Well, everybody, how are we? I am in the beautiful west coast of Wales. It's a little bit grey today, but we're literally looking across at the sea here on a good day. We have called in to see Will Ellis. We would know him a little bit better due to the videos that he puts up, and he is an absolute avid fan of the modern classic tractors. I'm sure most people will have seen the videos that he has made at this point in time, but he owns and runs DG Thomas Agri, and they are phenomenal in the world, in the Welsh world, probably the UK and Ireland world of selling quads and buggies, and in particular CF Moto. We've met these guys at the Royal Welsh Show, and so I brought my buggy over, my new U10 Highland buggy over, and we were retrofitting factory, basically heater kit. Will and his team of guys took the job on because but basically there's nothing these guys can't do. They completely sorted my last buggy out at the Welsh Show. They just knew all the little things to look for, and I wanted to upgrade, and such a demand on these bikes. The only way to upgrade was literally to take CF Moto's own stock bike that they had, but it didn't have the new heater kit that I'm on about. So these guys have took it, they have fitted it, and I brought Will over an M-Tech, my M-Tech, well, that's what I brought the bike over on, and he took a bit of a shine to it. So he has been trying this M-Tech trailer of mine out for the last couple of days, and I can assure you this part of the world is not, how will I describe this? It's quad country, if that makes any sense. So yes, it's the first time I've stripped the sides all down off the trailer, and he has been having to play with that. So we're going to grab him here now. We're going to get a little bit of a chat. First things first.
Yeah.
I wasn't intending to try and sell you an M-Tech trailer.
I thought you were an M-Tech sales rep, to be honest, the way you've turned up here.
See, Adrian, if you're watching, I do try. But I love the trailer, and you know why I love the trailer.
Yeah.
It's not the exact trailer you would buy. If you were buying one for you would stay with the tandem.
Yes.
But you really like this trailer.
I do really like it, yeah. You can see there's some real effort and thought gone into it. I mean, I do like my Ivor Williams trailer, I really do. And I've just had to give it a wash, so it just knows there's no hard feelings. Otherwise, it's going to be letting me down with punctures. But
I loved my Ivor Williams as well.
Yeah,
but I didn't like some parts of it.
No.
I.e., corners being cut and rattly.
Yes.
My biggest gripe with it.
Yeah, I feel Ivor's kind of got a trailer they made that worked 10, 15 years ago, and they've kind of stuck with it, whereas this is someone taking a completely fresh look at it, and at regulation as well. You know, why on earth doesn't every trailer have hook-on points like that?
Yeah.
You know, that's costing nothing extra, it's standard. I'm not paying for rings that are going to bounce and rattle, and I tell you, I've been able to sneak up on people with this trailer, which I've never not been able to do.
I think
with my
part
Ivor.
of that too is the spring system they have in below, just to keep pressure on the ramps. Now, if it's really rough going, you'll still hear them. But look, I'm used with all the grandness, and we talk about big tractors and all, but you know, you are shining example number one of coming into an area, looking at the area, taking on a dealership, and making an area work for you, and it ain't in selling forage harvesters.
No.
200 horsepower tractors.
No.
But you worked in those all your life.
Yeah.
Particularly you did. You started out with Crone, didn't you?
Well, yeah, started out with John Deere and in Australia, and then worked for a case dealer, Crone dealer, done a bit for a Fendt dealer over the years, and then ended up 7 years at CNH, which was my making, really. Thoroughly enjoyed that and got to see a good bit of the world. And
now you're TikTok famous.
I don't know about that, but we are enjoying
love it. And I got into
the
the studio last night. It was brilliant. But no, so that's the trailer. And I do believe you've been chatting to Adrian, which is great to see, because I take nothing to do with anything like that. That was not the intention. But that's not even why we are here.
No.
So at the Welsh Show, I told you a couple of gripes I had with my previous CF Moto buggy. Nothing major, actually something that was really silly. Was a little oil drip off pipe.
Yeah, it was a bit of an oil leak that was leaking onto the exhaust.
And we were getting a wee bit of a dump of fumes in, and I just said to you it started happening, and this man was straight on it and found it, and we felt it was a little bit jumpy, but I mean, you went in again and looked at the clutch or whatever you did, sorted all that out, and then the new bike arrived on CF Moto's stand. It was actually your stand with I don't know how it works, but you were there with CF Moto. You're their dealer of the year or something.
We have a go at it, like,
So, you know, this bike sells a lot. And listen, this looks beautiful, an old RAF base, and you would think you're in the Garden of Eden just there, but when you turn around this way...
until you start farming. It's on a farm.
It is far from the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
We were up hills last night and all the rest of it. So it's quad country.
It is, very much,
So... You have taken on the CF Moto agency. There's not many people can touch you with it. I got them talked in to give them. I think you helped. We got their stock bike, which was the only one of these new Highland, whatever they're called, left. U10 Highland, is that it?
Yep, it's a
Only
U10
one
Pro.
issue with it. There was only one issue with it that I didn't like at the time. It hadn't got the factory heater fit option, and I missed it. So. You've retrofitted it, and your boy said it was a dream to do.
Well, you see, we only sold 2 without a heater, so we only had 2 to fit. And when they fitted the second one, everyone pretty said they never wanted to see another one.
But you see this compared to, what was my last one called?
It was a U-Force 1000.
A U-Force 1000.
Yeah.
This is different gravy.
Yeah, U10 Pro, it's a totally different animal. And remember, we've seen this across the range with CF Moto. We've seen, in the last 2.5 years, we've seen CF Moto come from the brand that nobody's heard of to the one to beat, you know, and though we feel like the quads were already there, and this is them stepping up with the UTVs.
And it's a massive step up.
Yes, yeah.
But you sell more 600s.
600 would be my bestseller, yeah. But then part of that would be down to availability of these. Until now, they have been rather scarce, and everything that hits the deck is sold before it gets there, whereas...
So before we ask you, before we get into what you did with the heater and what you did for my bike, explain my bike. What is this?
So this is CF Moto's U10 Pro. So this is the next generation, or the current generation flagship U-Force from CF Moto.
And in terms of spec, is this up there? Or are they all similar
So
spec?
pretty well. CF Moto suits a salesman like myself, who can come in with one price, and anything you could possibly want in it is already there. So instead of, if this was one of the competitors' machine, you'd come in with a price, and then you'd want to add the doors, then you'd add the windscreen, then you'd... Well, CF Moto, apart from a couple of little bits like your front bumper, this was standard spec. So leatherish seats, selectable forward drive, selectable diff lock, power steering, fully road legal, electric opening windscreen, electric windows.
Yes.
Opening back window. It's.
And let me put my camera down and let me jump my big bum in. Oh. So, like, it's proper. I can even do the passenger one from here. It's all there. Front opens, electric lift. I would like to see this on
the stock,
but I think that might be coming.
I think that's coming on the 26 models, yeah.
So we have radio, touchscreen,
Bluetooth radio.
Apple Play if we want it, not Android Auto.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it still connects to my Bluetooth, and I like all of that. And you've got like a form of a sat nav. I don't know how to get it all up. So this is it inside. It's roomy, and this is what you fitted.
Yeah. So this is the CF Moto genuine heater kit. We've been holding back for these.
Oh.
And it comes on the dash, yeah. And like I say, they're not a company that does anything by halves.
See, I thought you were just going to add in a little bit of a heater down on my leg somewhere.
No, well, you see, on the 600s we would tend to fit our own heater, just because the CF Moto don't offer a heater. There's either a DFK, but we build our own. But this is, like I say, on another level. It's a proper, fully integrated kit. And I think actually you won't be able to order this machine from now on without it.
I think they've made that step myself.
Yeah.
So you basically took out all of these were blanked off.
Yeah.
Because I thought that would be a mega thing to get my phone holder in with a magnet, but I can do that now using my grin.
Yeah.
USB, USB-C.
Yeah.
You know, like 18, 20 grand. It's a lot of bike.
It is.
It's running a 3-cylinder now, isn't that right?
3-cylinder,
and it's very smooth.
Which is a lovely noise too, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, and we can an electric tip bed, so you don't even get a manual tip bed anymore.
No, and like I say, it's all standard. So you're giving one price, and everything you could possibly want is already there. The only extras, like I say, you've got the extra heavy bumper, and you've got the same on the back, and you've got the box in the back as well as an extra.
I actually didn't necessarily ask for this, but I wanted it. I like it because just the way I would throw it up onto a trailer, quite often I just use this winch as a pull down for the front, and it goes out to the side to get connected. And the old one, there was just a point at the side where it was a sharp edge.
Makes sense.
Whereas now this is completely smoothed off. I think it's
just giving you that extra sort of 9-10 inches.
Yeah, and to be honest, for filming, we could actually, in theory, we could clamp a GoPro here or whatever to chase someone down on the road just for those dramatic shots or whatever we want.
And we've also, just as an extra step on this, we've put lanyard guard on the chassis.
I see that.
It's something as a DG Thomas, every machine we sell, new or used, gets lanyard guard.
So what all are you doing here?
We're main dealer CF Moto. We're also Kuhn, full range dealer, Marshall trailers. But like I say, over the last couple of years, CF Moto has very much taken over, but always looking for the next thing. We had some interesting chats over the last couple of nights as to what that might possibly be.
We were like, what was that? Is it Danger Mouse we're going to take over the world?
Pretty well,
yeah, that may have been something else talking. Yeah. And then you have, I'm being nosy.
You're walking and talking,
Yeah, walking and talking.
Walking and talking.
So you have your little Agri store. Yeah, so would you get much passing trade, or would you be in a quiet-ish area?
We're in a reasonably quiet area, yeah. This is Slam 140s. It's a.
Would that hold a big fat man like me?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that takes me back. I used to scramble.
It's something that's always on the brink, whether we will do more with two-wheelers or not.
Why is the UK not doing more with two-wheelers in terms of go to Australia, go to New Zealand? It's all bikes like this here.
Yeah, I wonder if gates is something to do with it. The fact that most farms in the UK, you never drive more than 100 metres without stopping and opening a gate. And with a two-wheeler, you're finding neutral, finding the kickstand, jumping on and off. Maybe not quite as handy, but I see a lot of the dairy boys, especially the New Zealand-style block carving guys, seem to run a few two-wheelers. But maybe there's an option there in the future to find the right product.
What made you start your TikTok channel?
Probably desperation was part of it. No, I tell you what, we were doing the same as everybody else, advertising the same way as everyone else, paying per page for an advert in the local Agri trader, and just not really getting much from it. Yeah. We started doing, I think it was walk-around videos on Landini tractors that got us kicked off, to be honest, and they were taken on very positively, and we continued doing that, and then the tractor chat videos kind of took it to a bit of another level, and it's kind of become a bit of a hobby more than.
But your real love is tractors.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Anything.
Favorite tractor is still a CVX.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So my CVX 195 would have been my favorite tractor to own. But I think I come to tractors from a different angle to a lot, because I'm talking about what I really like to work on and the engineering that I appreciated.
Yeah, because you said to me last night, coming down off your own mountain, that you tried to contract him.
Yeah.
And when it went too well, he got bored.
Yeah.
He was nearly wanting something to break down so that he could fix it. And you love electrical problems. Who loves electrical problems?
Yeah, I know. It was always, I suppose that was when I was coming into the industry, it was the new thing, and it was a lot of old boys in workshops complaining about electrics and electronics and how they didn't want to touch them, and that was the opportunity to push on and show yourself as what you could do,
But you do love, there's a modern classic era you talk about. You have your 820 Fendt in there, you have your 7, 8, 10 John Deere. You have your CVX, the early days. You have your, suppose, New Holland.
Yeah. I was going to say pre-AdBlue or pre-Tier 4A. My argument is, you've got your comfort, you've got your capability, you've got your oil flow. You just don't have your nonsense.
And you're not just doing your own stuff. You're watching what other people are doing, and you're picking up on that. Like a really nice video was after we at GRASSMEN had spoken to Barry Reid, and we were talking about the joys or his love affair with a 920 John Deere.
Yeah.
And then we talked about buying one off these Par Legends crowd in Holland. And you know, you're picking up on that and going, actually, back then to now, what has changed? Well, I love that, because someone's watching what someone else does, and they're not just going, can't mention that because they're doing it. You're like, are they right? Are they wrong?
Yeah, it's.
I love that.
Wow, it's like I say, it has the tractor chat and all these videos. It's become a bit of a hobby, and it's become something really really enjoyable. So,
favorite machine to work on?
Oh,
favorite type of problem to work on?
Oh, I probably electrical or gearboxes. Yeah, I've never. And we were discussing this as well last night. I've never done much on engines, just because from when I came into the industry in early 2000s, engines on tractors since then have been brilliant across the board.
Do you want to know what he told me last night? All right, I'm going to say it so he doesn't get shot. He worked to a John Deere dealer for a couple of years, and then he worked the rest of his working career to New Holland. We were talking about the new fast track and the move to Fate powertrain engine, and what our thoughts were on the 6.7 litre engine, pushing out that 330 something horse. They're talking 300 horse at the shaft, I think, on that fast track. And we were talking then about your Fendt has now come back in with an 800 series, which was dogged with that 6.1 litre Deutz engine. Was troublesome on it.
Which has always been the Achilles heel, isn't it?
So we were just talking about they've come back in with the bigger engine, and I just made the statement, and then you were like, have you any idea how good that 6 point? He says, like, I worked all those years for New Holland, and we had more engine trouble in the couple of years that he worked with John Deere.
I would still consider myself more experienced on John Deere engines than CNH engines. 2 years with John Deere engines and there's 10, 12 on.
And we just videoed Lions contracts at home, and they run some New Hollands and they run some John Deeres, and they've had great success with both brands. But they bought 2 brand new New Hollands, and they said the same thing. So gearbox problem or electrical?
Electrical problem on a gearbox.
And what's the future for this business?
I think the future in this business is something that we might not have even heard of today.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Well, CF Moto. Yeah. What you are making your bread and butter out of was not heard of 10 years ago.
Barely heard of 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I was two and a half years ago, I was turning up to markets, putting a product in front of farmers that thought I was mad, So should the John Deeres of this world, the New Hollands of this world, the Case, the Masseys, the Agcos, should they all be sitting around the boardroom going, we need to keep our eye on the Middle East here? 100%. And I think we're all guilty of looking at the status quo, looking at what the now and the last 10 years was, and thinking that that's how things have always been. We forget 30 years back, the brands that we're looking at today were completely different. It was your International Harvester, it was your Fordson, it was your David Browns, it was, we might have been talking, if we were doing this conversation 40 years ago, we might have been saying, does your David Brown need to watch out? Everything changes.
That is a very good point.
Everything changes a lot quicker than we appreciate.
Well, I may get my bike loaded, headed for home, get you some details to send me a bill to, and the boys are busy next door. They are flat out. You have good lads in there.
Very, very lucky on the lads we've got here. Yeah, very lucky.
And we're missing your beautiful assistant today because she's currently in Dublin partying life.
Yes, watching Lewis Capaldi, letting me down, yeah.
And thank you very much. I'm not looking forward to the bill, but it will be worth it. Thank you very much, and this man's a legend. Keep up the videos. And you're trying to get into YouTube. You're thinking about
Yeah, we're just dabbling on YouTube. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? If we're filming for one, we might as well be doing the other, and do a bit more long content. Try and learn from the legends.
You'll not learn from us. That's one thing you'll not do. And we'll get you a few M-Tech trailers over the next time.
Well, yes. Watch this space.